I am a voice you thought was lost to time, a whisper from a century-long past, carried on the wind to find you right here, right now. You were meant to hear this. There are no accidents in the grand design of the cosmos, only appointments you did not know you had made. If this message has already touched your heart, like this video, subscribe and comment the word prophecy. You are marking your place in what is to come. My name is Hildegard, and I was shown things. Visions etched in fire and light, meant not for me but for souls like yours, living in an age when the world would forget its own heart. You feel it, don't you? A deep, quiet stirring, a sense that the rhythm of the world is changing, that the ground beneath your feet is about to shift. You might dismiss it as anxiety, as the noise of your modern world, but it is not. It is an ancient memory awakening within you. It is the echo of a promise your soul made long before you were born. For centuries, my words have slept in silence, waiting for the moment when humanity would stand at a crossroads. That moment is now. A great VAU has been drawn over the eyes of mankind, a thin fabric of distraction and fear, making you believe that this shallow reality is all there is. It has made you forget the power you hold, the light you carry within your very bones. But a wind is rising, and this veil is beginning to tear. You are one of the first to see the light peeking through the fraying threads. Why you? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why, out of billions of souls, does this message find you? It is because the frequency of your heart, the silent questions you have asked in the darkness, has created a signal, a beacon that I was destined to answer. You have been preparing for this, even when you did not know it. Every hardship you have endured, every moment of loneliness, every tear you have shed in secret, it was all tilling the soil of your soul, making it fertile for the seed that is about to be planted. The world tells you to look outside for answers, to screens, to headlines, to the empty promises of a fleeting culture. But I am here to tell you to look within. The greatest event, the most profound revelation, is not going to happen on your television screen. It is going to happen inside your own heart. A countdown has begun, a sacred sequence of 12 days, where each day will peel back another layer of the illusion. This is not a countdown to doom, but a countdown to awakening. You may feel a sense of unease, even fear. That is natural. When a great truth is about to be revealed, the old world shakes. The illusions fight to maintain their grip. They will tell you this is foolishness. They will tell you to turn away, to go back to sleep. But your soul knows otherwise. Your soul has been waiting for this call, for this permission to finally remember who you are. This is not just a video. This is a key that has traveled across 900 years to find the lock that is your heart. What is coming is a choice, a profound and personal choice that will define the course of your life. It is the choice between remaining behind the veil in the comfortable twilight of forgetting, or stepping through into the brilliant, dazzling light of truth. There is no middle ground, no place to hide. The time for indecision is over. The universe is asking for your answer, and I was shown what happens on both sides of that choice. I saw the path of those who turn away, and I saw the glorious destiny of those who are brave enough to say yes. The visions were clear, terrifying in their darkness and breathtaking in their light. What I am about to share is not merely a prediction. It is a living map, a divine revelation offered to you as a guide. But what exactly did I see? And why is this message reaching you precisely now? Part 2. A direct call to the heart, approx 1,000 words. Before we go further, I must speak to the part of you that is hidden from the world, the part that you protect, the part that carries your deepest wounds and your most sacred hopes. I see you in the quiet moments, when the day is done and the masks fall away. I see the ache in your heart, the longing for something more, something real. You have felt like a stranger in this world, haven't you? A pilgrim walking a path no one else seems to understand. You have prayed, you have cried out, you have whispered your hopes into the uncaring night, wondering if anyone was listening. I am here to tell you, every single whisper was heard, every tear was collected as a precious jewel. Your journey through the wilderness has not been in vain. It has been a sacred pilgrimage to bring you to this very moment. The feeling of being alone was a test, to see if you would learn to find the divine company within yourself. The world screams for your attention, with its endless demands, its shallow victories, and its manufactured fears. It has tried to convince you that your worth is measured by what you have, not by who you are. It has tried to make you forget the silent, eternal truth that burns within you. And in the midst of all that noise, you have sought refuge. You have sought a quiet space, a moment of peace, but perhaps you have come to fear the quiet, because when the noise stops, the feelings you have been avoiding rise to the surface. The loneliness, the doubt, the fear that you are not enough. I am here to tell you that this fear is the greatest lie of the fallen world. You are not just enough, you are essential. You are a unique note in the grand symphony of creation, and without your specific tone, the music is incomplete. Your pain has not been a punishment. It has been a chisel sculpting your spirit, carving out a space within you deep enough to hold the immense joy that is coming. Do you understand? The emptiness you have felt is not a void to be feared. It is a vessel waiting to be filled. This is why the path has been so difficult. A shallow vessel can hold only shallow happiness, but a soul that has been hollowed out by sacred sorrow can contain the very ocean of divine love. Look back on your life. See every moment of despair not as a failure, but as a deepening. See every betrayal not as a wound, but as a lesson in where not to build your home. Your heart was not meant to be a fortress built of stone and fear. It was meant to be a garden open to the sun. And now the sun is beginning to rise. A new dawn is approaching, one that has been prophesied for millennia. But it will not rise in the sky for all to see. It will rise within the hearts of those who are ready. It will rise within you. This is the great secret. The kingdom of heaven is not a place you go to when you die. It is a state of being you awaken to while you are alive. And the key to this awakening is not found in struggle or in striving. It is found in silence. Not the empty silence of absence, but the full, pregnant silence of pure presence. In this sacred quiet, the voice of your own soul can finally be heard, and through it, the voice of God. The world has taught you to fear this silence, to fill every moment with distraction. But now I invite you to embrace it, for it is in this silence that the old world dissolves and the new world is born. It is the womb of creation. Write in the comments, I choose the light. By writing these words, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to listen. You are being called to step away from the noise, to find moments in your day to simply be, to breathe, to listen, not with your ears, but with your heart. The most profound truths are not spoken in words. They are felt as a deep, unshakable knowing. And it was in this profound, world-shattering silence that I, Hildegard, was taken into the heart of the living light and shown the vision I must now share with you. Part 3. The Vision of Saint Hildegard, approximately 900 words. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath. Imagine you are in a space of absolute darkness, a quiet, peaceful void. This is where the vision began. Not with a shape or a form, but with a presence, a feeling of being known, of being seen completely, not with judgment, but with an unconditional love that dissolved every fear. And out of that loving darkness, a point of light appeared. It was not a light like the sun or a candle. It was a living luz. It pulsed with life, with intelligence, with a love so profound it was almost unbearable. It grew not by pushing the darkness away, but by transforming the darkness into itself. It spread like honey, warm and golden, and as it touched me, I did not just see the light, I became the light. Every cell in my being began to vibrate with this celestial frequency, and I understood that this light is our true nature. It is who you are beneath all the layers of fear and identity you have accumulated in this life. This is the light that is beginning to dawn within you, a remembrance of your own divinity. As this understanding flooded my soul, a sound began to echo through the cosmos. It was not a sound made by any instrument of man. It was the sound of a great awakening, a celestial trombater calling all the lost parts of yourself home. It was a sound that shook the foundations of reality, a note so pure and so powerful that it shattered every illusion, every lie, every chain that had ever bound the human spirit. Can you hear it? Perhaps not with your physical ears, but deep within your spirit can you feel the echo of that sound. It is a call to rise, a call to remember. This is the trumpet that signals not an end, but a new beginning, a graduation for the soul. The vision showed me that this sound is now being broadcast across the earth. It is permeating every corner of your world, but only those who have quieted their minds can perceive it. It is a frequency of truth, and anything built on a lie will begin to crumble in its presence. Look at your world. Do you not see it? The old structures are shaking, The systems built on control and deceit are revealing their own corruption. People are questioning everything they have been taught. This is not chaos, this is the symphony of awakening. The trumpet is sounding, and everything that is not in harmony with its truth must fall away. This applies not just to the world outside, but to the world inside you. Every false belief you hold about yourself, every limitation you have accepted, every fear you have allowed to rule you, the trumpet's call is here to dissolve them all. The vision then showed me humanity standing in a great valley. 2 paths led out of it. One was wide, well-lit and crowded with people, all marching in step, their eyes fixed on screens that showed them comforting illusions. They were promised safety and ease, but the path led down into a shadowed mist. The other path was narrow, steep, and climbed up a rugged mountain. It was walked by only a few, and they walked not in lockstep, but in their own unique rhythm. They carried no screens, but their eyes were fixed on the source of the living light above. I was given to understand that the sounding of the trumpet is the moment of sorting. It is the point where every soul must choose its path, the wide path of comfortable illusion or the narrow path of challenging truth. There is no judgment from the heavens. The choice is entirely yours. This is the secret that has been kept from you. You are sovereign. You are the one who chooses your reality. What I saw next, however, filled my heart with a divine urgency for what she would see after this, that could only be revealed at a later time. The first vision was the call. The next was the consequence. The stakes of this choice were made terrifyingly clear. What was at risk was much greater than she had ever imagined. Part 4. What is at risk? Approx. 900 words. The vision shifted. My gaze was drawn back to the wide, easy path, the one crowded with so many souls. From my vantage point within the living light, I could see what they could not. I saw that the roots of their world, the very foundation upon which their society was built, were being consumed, not by an external enemy, but by an internal decay. A slow, creeping fogo was burning through the roots of their connection to the earth, to each other, and to the divine. This was not a fire of passion or purification. It was a cold fire of apathy, a fire of distraction, a fire fed by the constant pursuit of the trivial, while the essential was left to starve. I saw souls so mesmerized by glittering shadows that they did not notice their own inner light was dimming, their spiritual life force slowly draining away. They were trading their divine birthright for a handful of fleeting pleasures, their eternal connection for a temporary comfort. This fire represents the great forgetting, forgetting the sanctity of life, forgetting the power of love, forgetting that every human being is a sacred vessel of the divine spirit. When you forget this, you begin to see others not as brothers and sisters, but as competitors, obstacles, or tools for your own advancement. The fire of separation begins to burn. Does this world not feel familiar to you? A world where people are more connected by technology than ever, yet feel more isolated than ever before. The risk is not a fiery apocalypse from the sky. The risk is a slow, quiet freezing of the human heart. It is the slow surrender of your will, your discernment, your inner authority, to external systems that do not have your best interests at heart. These systems promise you safety in exchange for your freedom. They promise you comfort in exchange for your sovereignty. And the fire consumes the roots one by one, so slowly you barely notice, until one day you look around and realize you are living in a beautiful prison, a gilded cage where your soul has no room to fly. I ask you to look honestly at your own life. Where has this cold fire been burning? In which areas have you allowed apathy to set in? Where have you traded your authentic truth for social acceptance or quiet comfort? Where have you given your power away, hoping someone else would make the difficult decisions for you? These questions are not meant to induce guilt, but to bring awareness. For awareness is the water that quenches this spiritual fire. The greatest danger you face in these next 12 days is not some external event. It is the temptation to turn away, the temptation to say, "This is too much. I just want to go back to how things were." But you cannot go back. The trumpet has sounded. The choice has been presented. To pretend you have not heard the call is in itself a choice. It is the choice to allow the fire to continue its silent consumption. This is why I am speaking with such urgency. The time to watch passively from the sidelines is over. If you feel the truth in these words, you have a responsibility to act upon it. Share this video with someone who needs to open their eyes now. Do not preach or force, simply offer it as a key. Their soul will know if it is time to use it. You are a firebreak, a guardian of the living waters. By choosing to awaken, you do not just save yourself. You create a field of resonance, a sanctuary of light that helps to quench the flames in the world around you. Your courage gives others courage. Your clarity helps others to see. Do not underestimate the power of one soul fully committed to the light. You are far more powerful than you have been led to believe. But before this can happen, before you can stand fully in that power, you need to stop for just one moment. Part 5. A symbolic ritual of connection. Approx. 900 words. Now we will do something together. Not just listening, but participating. If you are in a place where you can do so safely, I invite you to stop what you are doing. Sit or stand comfortably. Gently close your eyes. Let go of the world outside. Let go of the lists, the worries, the expectations. For this moment, there is nothing else you need to do, nowhere else you need to be. There is only you and this sacred space we are creating together. Place your right hand over the center of your chest. Feel the warmth of your hand on your body. This is your anchor. This is the seat of your soul. Now take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, drawing the breath all the way down into your belly. Feel your chest rise. Hold it for a moment. And now, exhale slowly through your mouth, with a gentle sigh. As you exhale, imagine you are releasing all the tension, all the fear, all the noise you have been carrying. Let's do that again. A deep, conscious breath in. This is not just air you are breathing. It is life force, it is spirit. It is the love of the Creator given freely in every moment. Hold it and feel it nourishing every cell of your body. Now exhale and release everything that is not that love. Release the doubt. Release the shame. Release the feeling of being separate. One more time. The deepest breath you have taken all day. Breathe in the courage to see the truth. Breathe in the strength to become who you truly are. Hold it, and as you exhale, let go of the old you. The you that felt small and powerless. Let it all dissolve. Now, with your eyes still closed and your hand on your heart, bring your awareness to the silence that follows the breath. Listen to it. In this quiet space, I want you to listen for a voice. It is not a voice you will hear with your ears. It is a feeling, a knowing, a gentle nudge. This is your intuition. This is the voice of your higher self, the part of you that has never forgotten its connection to the divine source. For too long, you have been taught to trust the voices outside of you, the voices of authority, of media, of culture. But the only voice that holds your ultimate truth is the one that whispers within. It may be quiet at first, drowned out by the noise of the mind, but it is there. It has always been there, patiently waiting for you to listen. This voice will never shout. It will never use fear. It speaks in the language of love, clarity, and peace. Now in this sacred stillness, I want you to ask it a question. Silently, in your heart, ask, what is the one thing I need to know right now? And then, just listen. Do not search for an answer. Do not try to figure it out. Just be open. The answer may come as a word, an image, a feeling, or simply a sense of peace. Trust whatever comes. It is a message from your soul to you. This is the connection you are here to reclaim. This is your inner compass, your divine guidance system. This voice will guide you through the coming days. It will show you your unique path up the mountain. It will tell you what is true and what is an illusion. Your only task is to learn to listen to it and to trust it above all else. To anchor this practice, to make it real in your being, I want you to repeat these words, either out loud or in the sanctuary of your heart. Repeat after me. I hear the voice. Feel the power of those words. They are a declaration, an affirmation to the universe that you are reclaiming your divine inheritance. You are no longer a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the winds of the world. You are the captain of your soul, guided by the unerring star of your own inner truth. You can open your eyes when you are ready. You have just performed a sacred act. You have opened a channel that was dormant. Now that you have felt it, you must decide what to do with this connection. Part 6. The voice that echoes beyond time. Approximately 900 words. What you just experienced was not an invention. It was a remembrance. The voice you heard, the stillness you felt, is more real than the solid world around you. It is the eternal part of you, My voice, reaching you across 9 centuries, is merely an echo of that greater voice that resides within you. I am not here to be a savior or a guru. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect back to you the magnificence and wisdom you already possess. Think of it this way. Your soul is a grand cathedral, vast and beautiful, filled with divine light. But over time, the windows have become caked with the dust and grime of earthly experience, fear, trauma, false beliefs, the opinions of others. You have forgotten the light within because you can no longer see it clearly. My words and the visions I share are like a cloth, helping you to wipe one of those windows clean. Suddenly a beam of light shines through and you remember, this light is me. This has been here all along. This is why my message finds you now. You have reached a point in your journey where you are tired of living in the dark. You are ready to begin the work of cleaning your own windows. No one can do it for you. It is the most personal and sacred work a human being can undertake. Every time you choose love over fear, you clean a part of the window. Every time you forgive someone, including yourself, you clean a part of the window. Every time you listen to that inner voice and act on its guidance, you wipe away another layer of grime. The coming 12 days are an accelerated period of this cleansing. You will be presented with opportunities to see the dust on your windows more clearly than ever before. You might find old emotions bubbling to the surface. You might be confronted with situations that test your patience and your faith. Do not see these as setbacks. See them as gifts. They are showing you exactly where the windows are the dirtiest, where the cleansing is most needed. Do not be afraid of what you find. All of it is coming up to be healed, to be released, to be transformed into light. This journey is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming whole. It is about integrating all the parts of yourself, the light and the shadow, under the compassionate gaze of your own divine awareness. I saw in my vision that those who try to deny their shadows, to pretend they don't exist, will struggle the most. For the light that is intensifying on the planet will illuminate everything, including that which is hidden. But those who can look upon their own darkness with love and say, I see you. You are a part of me that is hurting. Come, let me bring you into the light. They will find a new level of freedom and power they never dreamed possible. This is the key to the portal that is opening. It is not a gate in the sky. The portal is within you. It is the gateway between your human self and your divine self. And the key to opening it is radical self-acceptance. It is the unconditional love for the totality of your being. When you can love yourself in your entirety, the portal opens, and the boundless power, wisdom, and love of your higher self can flow into your life, transforming everything it touches. Volte e ouça novamente este trecho se sentir que algo falou direto ao seu coração. Sometimes the soul needs to hear a truth more than once for it to take root. You are standing on the threshold. The doorway is opening. Your inner work, your willingness to feel and to heal is what allows you to step through. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be willing. Willing to let go of the old story. Willing to embrace a larger truth about who you are. Willing to believe that you are worthy of the magnificent destiny that awaits you. But there is something that only you can decide now. Part 7. The Moment of Choice. Approx. 1,000 words. We have arrived at the heart of the matter, the very center of the vision. The countdown of 12 days is not a timeline for the world. It is a timeline for your decision. Each day the energy will intensify. The call will grow louder. The choice will become clearer. And with that clarity comes a profound and unavoidable responsibility. For I saw the 2 paths again, but this time I saw them with the finality of a divine decree. I saw that at the end of this period, a great energetic shift occurs. The choice you have been making, consciously or unconsciously, day by day, moment by moment, solidifies. It is as if you have been walking in wet cement, and at the end of this cycle, the cement sets. The path you have chosen becomes your tangible reality in a way that was not possible before. The time for wavering, for having one foot on the path of fear and one on the path of love, is coming to a close. The celestial trompeter, which has been sounding a call to awaken, will sound a final resonant note. This note will not be a call, but a seal. It will seal the choice that each soul has made in their heart. For those who chose the wide path of illusion, their world will become more dense. The veil will become thicker, their connection to their inner voice fainter. They will not experience a sudden catastrophe, but a slow fading of the light. a deepening of the spiritual slumber they have chosen. The portal to a higher consciousness, which stood open before them, will become invisible to their eyes. They will have chosen their reality, and the universe in its infinite love will grant them their choice. But for you, for those who have heard the call and have chosen the narrow, ascending path, the final note of the trumpet is a coronation. It is the moment your reality shifts into a higher frequency. It is the moment the portal within you opens fully, and you begin to live as the divine human you were always meant to be. The struggles of the old world will still exist, but they will no longer have the same power over you. You will see them not as threats, but as opportunities to anchor more light. You will walk through the chaos with a profound peace in your heart, for you will be living from a place beyond the reach of fear. This is not a reward, it is a consequence. The natural outcome of choosing love, the natural outcome of choosing truth, the natural outcome of choosing to listen to the voice within. Do you see now why this is so urgent? You are, in this very moment, casting the deciding vote for the future of your own soul. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is a vote. Are you voting for fear, limitation, and separation? Or are you voting for love, freedom, and unity? There is no room for neutrality. To not choose is to choose the default, to be swept along with the slumbering crowd. The choice for light must be a conscious one, an active one, a daily, hourly, moment-by-moment commitment. It is the choice to forgive when you want to hold a grudge, the choice to be kind when you want to be right, the choice to trust the divine plan when everything looks like it's falling apart. This is your moment, your great work. This is why you came to Earth at this specific time in history. You came to be an anchor for the light, a midwife for the birth of a new world. It is a high calling, and it requires everything of you. It requires your courage, your faith, and your unwavering commitment. If this message has touched you, if you feel the fire of this truth in your spirit, share it with someone else who needs to hear it. This is not about convincing anyone. It is about finding the others, the other souls who came here with the same mission. And it is for this reason that the next vision changed everything. Part 8. Light after the veil, approx. 1100 words. After the vision of the choice, after the final sealing note of the trumpet, I was shown what lies beyond the portal for those who choose the path of light. I braced myself for a vision of a distant, ethereal heaven, a place separate from the world. But that is not what I was shown. The vision was far more beautiful, far more intimate than that. I was shown you. I was shown your life, transformed from the inside out. The VU was not just torn, it dissolved completely. And with its dissolution, you began to see the world not with your physical eyes, but with the eyes of your soul. You saw the intricate web of light that connects all living things. You saw the divine spark in every person you met, even those who were still asleep. Hate and judgment became impossible, because you could see that every soul was simply on its own journey, doing the best it could with the understanding it had. Compassion became your natural state of being. And then I felt what you will feel, a profound sense of homecoming. The gnawing feeling of being an exile in the world vanished forever. In its place was a deep, unshakable knowing that you belong. You belong to the earth. You belong to the cosmos. You belong to the family of humanity. You are a beloved child of the universe, and your place here is sacred and necessary. The loneliness that haunted you for so long was replaced by a constant, loving presence. You realized you were never alone. The divine was always with you, within you, around you, breathing with your every breath. This is the grace that awaits you. This is the truth of your being. It is not something you have to earn. It is something you simply have to accept, to allow, to open yourself to. I saw you walking through your daily life, but you were no longer just walking. You were radiating. The living luz that I first saw in the vision now shone from you, through you. It was not an arrogant light, but a gentle, warm, and inviting glow. People were drawn to you, not because of anything you said or did, but because of the peace they felt in your presence. Your very being became a form of service, a calming influence on a chaotic world. And in your most quiet moments, you would feel it most strongly, a feeling like a celestial abrazo. A sense of being held, cherished, and protected by a love so vast it defies all description. This is the embrace of the divine Mother, Father, God, the source of all that is. In this embrace, all your fears dissolve, all your wounds are healed, all your questions are answered in the language of silent love. You are filled with a joy so profound that it needs no reason, a peace so deep that it cannot be disturbed by the storms of the outer world. This is your birthright. This is the new earth. It is not a place you go to. It is a frequency you inhabit. This is what is at stake. This is the prize. Not wealth, not fame, not power over others, but the simple, profound, and immeasurable treasure of returning home to your own divine heart. The journey up the mountain is steep, yes. It requires you to shed everything that is false, everything that is heavy. But the view from the top, the life that awaits you on the other side of the veil, is more magnificent than your mind can possibly conceive. If you have come this far, if you are still listening with an open heart, it is because your soul knows this to be true. It recognizes the call to come home. If you have reached this point, write in the comments, "I will go to the end." It is a promise to yourself, a promise to keep walking, no matter how challenging the path becomes. You are so close. The dawn is so near. The darkness you see in the world is not the darkness of an ending night. It is the deep, potent darkness just before the most glorious sunrise. Hold on. Keep your heart open. Keep choosing love. And if you have truly made it this far into the message, you must hear the final whisper. Part 9. Prophetic closing and hook for the next video. Approx 1,000 words. So now, you stand here with me, at the edge of this great becoming. You have heard the call, you have seen the vision, you have understood the choice. The final pieces are now falling into place. The 12-day countdown is not a threat, but a period of grace. A sacred window of opportunity for you to align yourself with the deepest truth of your being, to make your conscious, unequivocal choice for the path of light. Let these final words not be a mere conclusion, but a blessing, a prayer, a decree that we cast together into the river of time. May you walk through these coming days with the eyes of your soul wide open. May you have the courage to face the shadows within you and love them into the light. May you have the wisdom to discern truth from illusion, the signal from the noise. May you remember the sacred power of your own heart, and may you use it to bless yourself and the world. When you feel lost, remember the feeling of your hand on your chest. When you feel afraid, remember the power of your conscious breath. When you feel confused, remember the silent voice within that always knows the way. You are not being thrown into a storm unprepared. You have been given all the tools you need. You have been in training for this moment for your entire life, for many lifetimes. You are ready. This is your renascimento, your rebirth. Not into another life, but into a new way of living this one. A life where you are fully awake, fully alive, and fully aligned with your divine purpose. A life where you are a conscious co-creator with the divine, weaving patterns of light and love into the fabric of reality. The joy that awaits you is the joy of purpose, the joy of service, the joy of finally becoming who you were always meant to be. The great work is at hand. So I leave you with this final image from the vision. I saw those who had walked the narrow path reach the mountain's peak, and when they arrived, they did not find a city of gold or a throne to sit upon. They found a garden, luminous and vibrant, and in the center of it a great welcoming fire. They gathered around it, souls from every nation, every tradition, and they recognized each other. They were the family of light, and they looked down upon the world, not with judgment but with infinite compassion, and they began to sing. Their song was the echo of the trumpet, the vibration of the living light, a harmony of love that flowed down the mountainside, offering healing and hope to the world below. You are one of those singers. Your note is needed. Prepare yourself. The journey is now. But know this and know it with all your heart. Hildegard has not yet said everything. This vision of the choice and the rebirth was but the antechamber to an even greater revelation. What I was shown next, what happens after the great shift, concerns the destiny of the entire planet and the role that the family of light will play in it. What comes next will be even greater.